73 Fahrenheit, but fresher in the north, 1763 Fahrenheit. Those are the winds from the northwest, 10 to 50 miles an hour, but becoming near gale force in the far north. And there's a summary of that, mainly dry. Good night.
In the new Radio Times, Tsar Wars with BBC1's epic Peter the Great.
I'm going to drag you, kicking and screaming if I have to, into the modern world.
The modern world has brought Q into a glass of its own. Its new conservatory, officially open next week, is the subject of a special BBC2 documentary. And Radio Times asks anyone for boiled bulrush in a feature on the new series Survival Team.
In survival, you're always trying to get alternatives. So you have fires, you have SOS out, and you build a raft.
Graham Garden talks about life and limb, and a new series of Body Matters, which starts with a magical mystery tour of the blood and how it circulates. Mike Smith takes time out to revive Beat the Clock in a new series of Seaside Special from Jersey, featuring a galaxy of stars and the beach bells on the crest of a wave and on the front cover of the new Radio Times.
BBC Two's study of the rituals of burial and commemoration, Loving Memory, continues shortly with a look at the customs and traditions prevalent in the Italian city of Naples. Here on BBC1, it's more a question of what's to be done with a turnip, an ostrich feather and a fat aunt as we reach episode 5 of Blackadder 2.
Tomorrow on BBC Two, a new comedy series, City Lights, featuring the exploits of Willie Melvin, a young man with lots of ambition but little talent.
Oh, so you're up at last? Do you know I've been calling you for half an hour? Your breakfast will be cold. Now, you'd better buck up your ideas, young man, or you'll be getting the sack.
No, I'm not. I've already quit.
Yeah, what?
Calm down. I haven't actually already quit. But I've already thought about it, and I'm going to do it.
Do you know your poor father fought in the war to get you that job?
Do you know what, I fought a wee bit harder and got me a better one?
What's to become of you if you leave the bang?
I've told you before loads of times I want to be a writer.
But that's hardly a real job now, is it?
Harold Robbins thinks it is. Graham Greene thinks it is.
Well, stop hanging around with him.
A new comedy for Friday evening, City Lights, begins tomorrow at 9 o'clock on BBC Two.
In a little over 10 minutes on BBC Two, you can see highlights of today's action in the fourth test between England and Pakistan. In half an hour on BBC1, Starsky and Hutch have their hands full with a renegade Texan hell-bent on revenge for his wife's murder. And that follows the third in a series of programmes looking at the help available to people with sexual problems. The trouble with sex.